Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Respect for others. Chapter 11. The Malicious Gossip. Get connected. Self-awareness. How many times do we listen to malicious gossip? How many times do we spread around things that we have only heard of, not verified? Everyone is responsible for spreading gossip at some time or the other. Talking behind someone's back isn't respecting their right to speak out for themselves. Knowledge acquisition. Dina and her group of friends giggled as they walked into the class. Pointing fingers at Sahil, they all sat down at their desks. Every time Miss Seema spoke in the class, the girls would look around and smile. Miss Seema noticed this but did not think too much about it. The next day she noticed that things were worse. A lot of people were looking giggling when Sahil was around. What could be happening, she thought. Sahil was a nice enough boy, a bit shy. But he did really well at sports and was settling in even though he was a new admission this year. The next day, Miss Seema noticed that Sahil was looking a little low. Again, she heard the same group of girls giggle and point their fingers. After her lecture was over, Miss Seema asked the girls to wait back in the class. Dina, will you please tell me what is happening? I don't understand the reason why you girls are constantly giggling. Is something the matter? Miss Seema asked. Dina and her group kept quiet. Tell me please, before I am forced to take this matter to the principal madam. Miss Seema countered. Well ma'am, actually we were speaking about Sahil, one of the girls volunteered. What about him? He's just joined our school, Miss Seema said. Ma'am, we know why he was transferred to our school. Another girl smiled slyly and spoke up. Now Miss Seema was baffled. Well, then tell me why, she said. Ma'am, don't you know? He has a learning disability. He can't study properly. He is slow, the girls told to Miss Seema. She couldn't believe her ears. Where did you hear this? She asked them. Ma'am, my cousin is friends with someone from his old school. He heard it there and told me, Dina said. And you repeated it to others without thinking about what it means or how terrible it would be if it were to spread. Dina, I am really ashamed of you. I thought you had better sense than this. Miss Seema was now really upset. Let me tell you girls that Sahil has no learning disability. He is absolutely fine. By spreading such rumors about him, you would have really undermined his confidence. Secondly, spreading malicious gossip about others is just plain mean. You all did not even know if it's true or not. Instead of waiting to wonder about the repercussions of spreading such a bad piece of gossip, you all chose to simply repeat it, Miss Seema said. The girls hung their head in shame. They had realized the gravity of their mistake. And lastly, girls, having a learning disability isn't something to make fun of. It isn't a thing or a disease. It's simply a state of mind of the person, and with time they overcome it. Even though Sahil isn't disabled in any way, if he was, how would he feel to know that you all made fun of him? Instead of finding support and acceptance, he would find stares and taunts. That isn't acceptable. Dina started crying. Ma'am, I didn't know that I could have caused so much harm. I didn't mean to. No, Dina, I know you are not a bad person. And in your life, you will be faced with such a situation countless times. At your school today, in your university later, and in your workplace after that, there will always be someone who starts a rumor. It turns into something bigger and everyone is gossiping about it. If you partake in such activities, no one will trust you. It's far better to politely listen to rumors, but never to repeat them. Rumors have caused so many issues. In fact, there have even been incidents where people have had to leave their place of work or they have hurt themselves since they cannot bear the malicious gossip that has been spread about them. People lose their self-respect and it is so unjust. I know you did not want to hurt anyone, but next time, please think before you indulge in gossip mongering, Miss Seema said. The girls walked out of the class. Let's never do this again. We wouldn't want anyone to say anything mean about us, so why should we hurt others? Dina told her friends. They all hugged and nodded. Behind the door, Miss Seema smiled. These girls would always respect others and stand true to their words. She was proud of bringing about a change in them.
Like, share and subscribe.